Okay, so microphone is working again. Hopefully, voice mod did not turn itself on. That would be funny. Ha 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 ha. Big laugh riot. Let's see if voice mod did turn itself back on. That would be hilarious. Yep, it did. Okay, cool. Should I give chat control on my voices? No. No, I should not give chat control on my voices. Let me see. Where did I put this? Spoons? Oh, I don't need those spoons. I gotta move this screen so I can actually see chat. Hi, Mercer. What's up? How's it going, dude? I have a few days from the holiday. I have a few days. I figured I'm gonna build because I didn't know what I wanted to do right now. I've been busy with a lot of stuff. Or other things. Yeah. So I'm just starting to work out this setup here. Let me switch over camera. Oops, let me see if the camera. Well, no, no, wrong screen. There we go. Yeah, you see this one. I can get this camera to sit up just a little. Oh, okay, now my camera. What's this camera being such a pain in my butt? Tell them it's different. Metaphor a lot recently. Games, that's tough. Indeed. Yeah. Hello. We can see that. Yeah. See. Let's see. I actually got this for my son, and he already has it. So like, he's not here, Dad. You can have it. It's like, oh, okay, cool. I'll take it. Yeah. See what we here. Money. No. I mean, technically money. Let me get rid of this down here. What's up, Missy? Who needs instructions? We don't need no stupid crafting. Bag on. And multiple sets to put together anyway. I mean, I got another set down here that they got me, which I thought was hilarious. Oh, it's good. It went to the Dollar General, which it wasn't a dollar. It was normal price. Yeah, I've been. Oh, you can combine this together. Huh, cool. Didn't see that before. I got us another small set back there on Mago. Yeah, sorry guys, I haven't really been doing a lot of talking. I've been trying to get rid of stuff out of my shop and trying to slowly sell things out and get rid of them. And it's been chaos, busy, and I really haven't had a lot of time. Although I haven't had time to get onto the Minecraft server either. Been busy. I have a few ideas for building stuff for a couple things. Oh, the little guy. Oh, there's motion over here. All right. I'm gonna move these plates out of it. Like the volume. Sorry. I'm feeling kind of wired. I wasn't sure I was gonna stream tonight anyway. Just kind of, I didn't know what I was gonna do. I was gonna do it yesterday and still didn't know what I was doing. So I'm assuming this is probably which I've never been able to obtain yet. Netherite sword. I haven't actually been able to get netherite naturally in the game. Oh no. This is okay. Okay, does it hold it or does it? Oh, there it goes. I mean, there's the big purple one, and then there's the purple one. He's a little dusty. Actually, I've been taking Transformers over the other half. Here, you can all talk if you're in charge of that camera. You get to. He's a little dusty. Sorry. Yeah, he's been busy. I forgot they have little walk kids. How you boys doing? Oh, how you doing? How you doing? You like, I'm gonna bump him every time I go to him. Stare at the camera. See the dust on his head? I will take both. I do need to get the stuff shipped out to you guys too, because I said to you that I don't have time to even do anything. Also, some stuff has come up in that. Yeah. Uh, End of February is going to be fun for me. Oh, yay! Go get together. Let's see if I can mess this up. Oh, I'm building the wall, so that's why. I'm not paying attention. I'm like, oh, I'm building a wall. Make the front feet. And the other one, it's the back feet. Lose the glass. You asshole. I can do that. I mean, bad. Great. I'm going to have fun with this. Also, actually, it's been kind of nice not wearing my glasses at times, but do the instructions because I can't see that tiny screen. I have to squint a lot. Jackass. I can't even read chat. Well, I guess I'm just talking to myself the whole time anyway. So. Assuming this is the head, now I got here or no, it's got to go down here. There we go. Yeah, well, Mercer heard what I said. Oh, do I build another one? Oh, I guess I do. Yeah. It's fun. I can see the shapes. That's on the eyesight hasn't worse. Oh, this one's got dark block. Oh, I guess one's team and one's not. Oh, great. Trying to see these pieces. I can't see. I gotta see. Although when I had some downtime at the other house, I was playing some Minecraft over there and playing with create mods and stuff. And I put one on that adds a lot of stuff. And oh my god! Oh man, yeah, that's I can't reach out hardly. So I don't know. Oh, really? I thought you what's you being admin? You, yeah, I'm trying to read it. Yeah, ad block doesn't work on there. Don't worry, ass. There. Okay, now this is fun. I got now I'm having to squint more. Uh, Here, I'm gonna turn on voice mod to where you guys can control the voice if I do, right? Actually, I have to put that in if I'm gonna do that. Nah, even if you're a mod, you still get ads. It's fun. I had to close one eye to read that. Just enough. Yeehaw! I can't see crap. I'm blind. Let's see. Turn that this way. All right. I can't see anything. I'm blind. Anvil? I'm assuming. It's an armory, so yeah, it would have. Or no, the other one's an armory. Wait. No, this is the armory. Yeah, what is this? It's a wolf thing. Oh, it's the stronghold. Wolf stronghold. So. I don't know where that's at on here. I don't know. I'm just reading stuff. I don't know. I'm reading. What is metaphor? It's a metaphor for a metaphor. What? This piece? No. There it is. Let's see the other piece. Maybe the friggin' back. Light gray. Stingray. When you're not wearing glasses, yay. Lying in the dark. Sorry, my hands. I was rolling up cardboard earlier and putting in if I need this piece and I shouldn't. Oh no, I'm looking right at it. Where'd it go? There we go. Put it here. Yes. Now I gotta try and open it. No bones about it. There we go. Oh, come on. Thank you. Well, but I can't feel my fingers that much, so it's... I got a heater going in here. It's cold. Just again. But again, I also have to still come over to this house just to do journal right now. I've got the desk pretty well cleaned over at the other house. So I can... Let's use it. It's twice. Wait, two colors? Oh, it's done. Let's see it. I don't think I have enough of these. I didn't see the orange. Because I am not being able to see her. The sound of the ground to the left. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't have the setup for wearing the mask right now or the helmet. Otherwise, it would. Then I'll change my voice to B. Thought if I got another one of those helmets or sound waves, I'd paint it on. Just I'll turn on the sound blast with that one. Matter? Yeah. So what is this metaphor game you're talking about, eh? Ow. It's good. Jam my cuticle into that one. Actually hurt. There we go. There. Yeah. Although I have been busy at work, I also have been busy dealing with work. Side by side that I used to plow with. I ended up having to call him, hey, I got a problem. It's falling off a bit. Well, it's actually breaking because the frame where the winch lifts the plow up, actually, it was coming. I thought it was this much of where one of the bolts came through to attach to a spot. It actually had sheared the bolt completely off. It was gone, but it wasn't there in the first place when I got it. Also, the plow wasn't set for the skids to ride on in the proper height. So the things would just bang right to the ground. And the bolts that are on the backside of the strip on the plow itself have been getting worn down. And I'm like, it's on every bolt. So when I looked at it to see what the heck was going on, because I noticed the whole plow was dipping down on the front on the left side. And I'm like, something's wrong here. And we didn't have that whole bunch of snow. It was like maybe a couple inches, not much. It wasn't even 3 inches. And this whole thing just kind of was working pretty good. But I'm like, okay, I haven't hit anything hard. Like I'm not plowing into everything. I was taking it easy actually with this thing. I'm like, I'm getting a feel for it because we did get a bit of snow. It was like it's cold as hell. Like on my hands, everything. This house is generally freezing right now, and I don't like being that cold. But the let me go back to the frame part. The frame where it comes down in a tube, and then there's a eyelet or a mount where this is mounted to. Well, whoever had this plow before on the front end, they must have hit hard enough to yank it. Well, no, wrong way, this way, hard enough, and they ripped out. So not completely ripped out. They bent it out and tore from the frame of the tubing. And I thought it was like this much. It ended up being about a good inch or more down where that mount was hooked at. And I was like, and also the bolt was completely gone. The other one was so bent up and it actually was shearing or had sheared. It's just barely holding. The only thing that was holding it was the winch and two other bolts. Well, technically the winch itself bolts, but most of them actually were sheared completely off. And I was like, oh, great. Found that out afterwards, though, because the guys go, no, that was done up at Gilchrist. Uh, is the name of the school. It's got a weird name. Kind of dumb, too. I understand what it's for, but it's dumb. I can't see anything. I don't. But no, the plow, uh, they left the plow, they took side by side. Took them a couple days, and the guy who does the welding for school district, he went over and he welded that thing up. Like he made a real nice weld, tightened it back up, reinforced it inside and on the back. And then they repainted it all. Looked really good. So I was like, shoot, man. I just wanted the machine back, and then I'm like, haven't expected any new stuff. So I'm like, Oh, I don't want to expect any new stuff. Please don't. Tree. Tree. Alright. So was I supposed to do anything with the rest of these pieces, or did I miss some? Watch, I missed the shield or something somewhere, and I didn't see it on the script. You go back up here real quick. Yeah, I missed the shield. Can't see. Oh, it's a clear piece. I'm looking for a white. I can't see this, so come on. There we go. All right. Let's go for the nice little wolf shield. But no, that side by side did its job, and I was very grateful that they did bring me a. I thought kind of new side by side until I had that issue. So this time, okay, I still can't see, so I got a little lip dripping. Sorry, I set them up. But yeah, the whole machine that was my big thing. Then the kids decided to do stupid stuff with trash, and we have a little creek that runs down the middle of the playground kind of area. It's just a tiny thing, really, but they have a pipe that goes through the main area to divert it. But the kids go down on the lower area, and they were taking juice boxes from the lunchroom and milk cartons. Somehow they were slipping them out. And I'm like, great. And I found out yesterday they were using them as boats. And unfortunately, it goes down to a new drain that we had to put in because it was flooding a whole other area. And our state's messed up on things. But they were playing with them as boats, and well, they don't stop them from going down the drain before they get there. So they go down, and then they can't get to them, and it starts to plug up said drain. So now I have to. So that drain gets plugged up with all those juice boxes and milk containers because the kids think it's funny or they're having fun, but the problem is they're not stopping the trash. They're just letting it go and they plug up the entire drain. Oh, well, that's together. Okay. I've lost all that. Oh, we gotta leave them off. Jeez. Oh, these. Holy crap. Whew. Oh, God, that's cold. Hey, whoa. My glasses are freezing on my face down. That's how cold it is in here. But no, the principal decided. I'm like, usually the kids know my rules. I don't want to find trash anywhere. I didn't really care if they took the juices out of the, and they just don't throw the trash in like the toilets or the urinals or anywhere else. They broke all the one big rule of you did that and you guys thought it was okay. And I'm like, no. I got really mad about it, but the principal was like, no. Make sure they keep it in the class or in the cafeteria. I go, oh yeah, now they are because they screwed up. They knew my rule. I mean, this was my rules. I was like, I don't really give a crap. The kids are hungry, they're thirsty, but now that they screwed it up, they don't get to take them with them now. They have to actually drink them and or eat any of the food. They're supposed to be eating food anyway in the cafeteria, which, yeah, our food is actually really good. So, surprise, surprise, we actually have good food. But no, yeah, so they don't get to have those outside of the cafeteria anymore. It's all got to be. It's all got to stay in. I'm like, so if they ever ask, I'm like, guys, you need to drink and eat that here. You can't take it anymore. And it's like, look at you guys messed up. Somebody didn't listen to my rules, but you also got the principal on it. and now you guys lose it. So they lost it because what they did, they knew the rules. Again, rules. And I'm like, didn't have enough respect to listen. So they lose out. I mean, it kind of sucks because there is a couple kids, though, I still kind of help out because they do actually need a little bit of extra feed here and there to take with them. So I'm like, here, take it with you. You need a little extra. It's like, I know what their home life is like. That's why. And I'm like, hey guys, just slip it in your bag, keep it in there. Don't have it like, yeah, I'm going to have that on the way home, or when I get home, I'm going to have it because, you know, home life isn't and hasn't been too good for a couple of kids, which kind of sucks. I mean, these are good kids too. And the ones who did all this, I know are the ones who were they really messed it up for the other ones. That's all. And I'm like, great. I go, guys, that was there for a reason to help you guys out. Now you gotta make sure to have it here. And I'm like, either way, they're still gonna have it. But they can't leave the cafeteria anymore with it. Because it didn't bother me that much, but that trash issue kind of, I'm like, you do realize I have to go out there and deal with that, and I have to try and fix it. And if I can't, then I get talked to, which I kind of did because of the stuff from the cafeteria. And I'm like, not that I was ratted on. It's, I mean, yeah, it was because I was letting kids. I'm like, look, they're not doing anything too bad. They knew what they were supposed to do and not do it, and they still somebody outside wasn't watching them either because we do have staff that's supposed to be out there watching them. And I'm like, if the principal and anybody else was out there, and I'm like, you guys saw this. Why didn't you say something then? And nothing against our cook. She's a nice lady. But there was some stuff there that was kind of, he did kind of tick me off a little bit because she's the one I know who said something. And I'm like, she doesn't realize, yeah, you did get me in trouble for something that really shouldn't have been a big deal. I'm like, the kids are eating and drinking. And what it was is the kids really were the ones who screwed up. But I'm like, okay, fine. They lose out because of their mistakes. And I only got briefly talked to because principal saw how mad I was because I'm like, great, I get to go deal with the drain again. Not for the same reason, which really irks me. Not one more. Goes back here. But yeah, I trying to help out some of the kids when they need some extra stuff food wise. I'm trying to look at the piece here. And oops, where does this go? Back here. Ah, get in there. And some of the kids I sit there and have had full on conversations with a couple of the kids. Uh one of them likes to bake, which is really cool. Because I was sitting there, I'm like, yeah, I bake too. What do you do for your certain things? I'm like really chill about it. I think the cook thinks I'm a little oddball about things because with some of the stuff, and I'm like, I'm just talking with the kids about stuff. She's a nice lady. I know where she concerns are, but I'm like, so I try not to say certain things a certain way so she doesn't freaking weird out. I'm like, look at I I talk with the kids about a lot of things. We talk about different things, like Minecraft, Transformers. That's a fun one to get onto. Those kids are funny because if I wear a Transformer shirt, he used to have a kid. I guess he moved, which is kind of disappointing because he would ask almost every day. It's like, did you get any new Transformers? And I, I go, oh yeah, I got this one. And one of the other kids is like, wait, what one is that? And it's like, they don't know all of them. And I'm like, so I pull my phone out real quick, and this is before no cell phones. Um, and I would show them a picture of it. I was like, yeah, here it is. And he's like, wait, it's one of the Titans. And it's like, yeah, dude, it's so cool. I go, if I could bring it in, I would, so you could see it and take a look at it. And it's like, I know they'd want to play with it, but I'm like, it's like show and tell. It's like really fun. And it's like a lot of the staff know I'm a big freaking kid. I am like he, but there's a couple of the staff that are like, that's kind of weird because I do talk to the girls about some of the stuff that they're doing, like with their hair, because I like braiding, but my fingers can't do it as well because my son's hair is actually long enough to braid it again. I'm like, dude, I can braid it for you, but you better wash it. I ain't touching your hair. He's like, nah, I don't need to braid it. Dad. And I'm like, oh, fine. He's like, and the girls at school are like, if you want to braid my hair, I'm like, I just like the braid you have. How did you do it? And I'm like, and some of the staff, because I'm a man, holy shit, I'm not fucking creeping on anybody. God damn. I just like that stuff. It's really cool. And I don't have the hair to do it, so I'm like, I did start at one time growing my hair out, but then I started getting sicker and sicker, and it was like, nope, that went out the window so fast. And then my son came along, and he had long hair, and he was okay with me braiding it. It was really pretty cool. It's like, and then as he got older, kids were being dicked and picked on him because of his long hair. And I'm like, you're native, dude. Don't worry about it. They're being dicks. And the one kid, he went into the military. I'm like, oh, well, that's great. It's gonna make him worse, not better. Yeah, and that's why I can sit there and relate with a lot of stuff. And it's like, I'm not trying to be creepy. I just like this stuff. I like fashion too, to a point. I'm like, depends on the fashion now. Come on now. You're talking like garbage trash look? Hey, I can just look down the street and see people with that all the time right now. Okay. But no, yeah. They're just, the cook kind of looks at me odd when I start talking about the braids and that. And it's like, the other gal I work with, we get along great. And I, I didn't realize a car pulled up. I should have recognized that it's her other vehicle. I'm like, but then I'm like, who the heck? She looks awfully familiar. Gets out of the vehicle from the front seat, starts moving, and then I see her walking out. And I'm like, oh my God, that's her daughter? Holy shit, she's tall. And the next day I go, yeah, it's weird to me. I'm like, who the heck is parked? And then I see somebody get out. I'm like, wait, is that? And I go, so the next day I'm asking her, I go, wait, is she going to be taller than you? Because she's about close to my height as is. So her daughter's not too far behind. And I'm like, I go, I bet you she goes, she's only 15. So she's not going to get much taller than that. And I go, yeah, they said the same. I said the same thing about my son, and he's 6'4" now. So we just started laughing about it. But I swear the cook, sometimes she kind of gets weirded out with me because I am the way I am with things. And I'm like, look, I'm not. I just like that kind of stuff because it's kind of cool. So when I was asking, I go, I noticed her. It was a lot longer at times. And then she goes, yeah, she cut it short this time, but not too short because she's still doing a lot of sports, but she didn't want it long, and she wanted it short. I'm like, I remember when she's only so high. I'm like, Jesus Christ, kids, you guys are growing up. Feel old. Because a lot of the kids now I still see, and there's a couple of the kids. They come up and they just run and hug me and call out my name and everything. I'm like, oh my god, you guys, I haven't seen you in a while. And most of the time, it's in a store, and it's funny as ever because the parents look at me, and then once the kids, oh no no, this is so and so from school, and they're like, oh, you're him, and it's like, yeah, hi. It's like we keep hearing so much about you still, even to this day. And the kids are like, yeah, we miss it there. Wish we could go back. And I'm like, yeah, that doesn't happen. I'm like, so how's the high school life? Because a couple of these kids now are in high school. It's like, holy crap. You guys are making me feel older. There's a couple of kids, though, that I generally do think about that I miss because I worry about them because they are having a hard time. And I found out with one of them, he isn't doing too well. I'm actually, I think he's in jail now. I can't remember. Uh, Home life was not really kind to him, and he would um, ask if he could just stay in the cafeteria and help me clean. I was like, sure, dude. He was always good. Never had a problem with him, and he would work and he would do a great job of it. And I'm like, dude, you can chill out here for a bit. And what it was is he just didn't want to deal with some kids outside right at that time, and he kind of just needed some space. I'm like, you're more welcome to chill here. Grab a rag, grab a room, and he would just start talking to me about lots of different things. And I was like, we just sit there and chat, and we're cleaning, and just keep going. And he goes, yeah, I'm not going to be back next year. And I'm like, what? What do you mean? He goes, well, I'm going to be moving, and he was going down to not LA, crap, Vegas, Las Vegas area, and he wasn't happy about it because he's like, um, mom's remarried to somebody else, or I'm not sure if I call it married or whatnot, but poor kid just he was doing pretty good, but he would have outburst moments, especially when he was around everyone else. So if he one on one, maybe two, maybe one or two other kids wasn't so bad. Like he was perfectly good. But as soon as others were around, he'd start acting out and just like, dude, what's going on? It's like and he just it's like a social overload. Too many people around him, he'd start reacting. And it was like, hey, calm down, take a breather. And as soon as you get him to calm down, he was fine. But he went to it was last year. He actually came back, which surprised the heck out of me. I was like, dude, I thought you weren't coming back. And it was like next year. And he goes, yeah, the things didn't work out. I was like, no, said, you don't have to tell me. I'm just glad to see you. It's like, cool, dude. It's like, how you been? It's like things could be better. And it was really I was like, well, I am glad to see you. And he's like, yeah, I don't know how long I'm going to be here for, but I'm here for now. And I was like, cool. Well, you work hard and keep it up. And I was like, I'm trying to give him support in that. So, with again, a lot of people look at you freaking weird because you have concern for some of the kids and you're treated like you're being a weirdo or something. And I'm like, give me a break. Just be trying to be supportive for the kids that need it. And he was one of them. I wish he wish I didn't find out about that. I know I heard he went to jail juvie. So that was the last thing I heard about him. That he last year I found well actually I found out more this year and yeah, he's pretty much been in and out of juvie, running away, all kinds of stuff. I was like, oh like really? It's kind of bothers me. I have one extra lease and I think I missed something. Just go through her real quick. Did I miss a plate somewhere? Just to be sure, I don't want to. But I do hope maybe he's doing better. But I found out a few of the other kids that I didn't have to keep watching those with certain other kids. Yeah, mine's been over the past week or so. I'm like, actually, a couple of weeks. Uh, Trying to just feel just disappointing to hear certain things. Uh, One of the kids I found out, this was years ago, she ended up running away. What was it? She ran away. They found her. It was she supposedly ran away with one of her friends, and I was like, okay. And they were only like 14 or 15 at the time. They're they're out of high school now. I know they would be if they did graduate. She actually, because she was in my son's class. That was that kid was weird, but a good, not bad weird, just weird. Just as in the sense of kind of oddball about things. But she was heavily into doing makeup and stuff, and I'm like, the makeup thing. By the time she was it sixth grade, I think it was. So I saw a picture of her after. She would have been in high school at the time. She, I had to not like if I had something in my drink, it would have been a spit take and not a good one because I was like, why does she look like um clown? Skeleton dudes. One's got an enchanted bow. But it was sad that I don't actually know what ever happened to her. I need to ask. She's now an ex-teacher. If she knows what's happened to him, because man, it was really disappointing. She ran away. Supposedly she got pregnant or something. I don't know if how much of that part was true. I only caught parts through stories that they think that's what happened. Oh my god. So yeah, it was like disappointing. And her family is um they have a lot of issues. But it was sad. I was just like, oh really? I'm like, come on. I do have concern for the kids to a point. I'm like, that's why I wanted to help when I was online doing stuff a long time ago, and thought I was doing a good thing, only shooting myself in the foot trying to help everyone. So that's why I don't do it anymore. I only help if I can, and I choose to. So choosing to good help and not is good even. So when I can, I need help. I'm gonna find the right block I'm looking for. It's down that way. So my grandma found out that. So my grandma found out that a payment that's been on her. Sorry, I read that completely wrong by dyslexia words. On her credit has been right, and the manifesto is using her money and now the father things, and my dad was experiment who does stuff for houses. Oh yeah. Terminators can get paid a lot of money, especially with certain tests. He offers to do commercial billing instead. Hey, and potential he when it's when he does his assignment list. Done by the end of the month period. Bad thing about the grandma part. Good thing about the dad. I mean, that. Mm, I hate it when somebody does that because I understand the feeling, Mercer, of my dad. Unfortunately, my dad would get suckered into things. His was blatantly outright. We get literally, his was, he knew better. He should have known better. He didn't know better, which really kind of. And then there's others who just get taken advantage of, and somebody gets a hold of their money and starts doing stuff. It still sucks because then. So are they going to be able to reverse any charges at all, or figure out who's been? Yeah, I mean, hey, I've made my mistake. So my wife and I had some subscription thing and thought it was actually legit at first, but luckily we caught it fast enough. But it was still the fact of somebody was still trying to scam us, and I was picked because I'm like, they had it really well legit. Like it looked legit. The bank caught it and said, "Hey, we have a question about this check." And it's like, yeah, it was for this. And it's like, that has been flagged for scam. Um, do you still want to process this? But we're highly recommending, no, please stop it. Thank you for calling me immediately. Because at the time we didn't have really texts and stuff like that. It called us. I was like, freaking ticks me off when people do that, though. It's like, what the heck? Come on. It's kind of cute. It sits right up in there. Yeah, up in this right. Shockwave, sorry, bud. You gotta move. There we go. So, little chest sitting up in here. So, this uh, shows us up here, like so. Whoops. I put the anvil there. And the rest of the blocks I gotta put on. So, move back this one so you can see me do it. I'm gonna put that there. People are assholes that do that shit. If she's able to get her money, I don't have the answers. But they are looking at it. So it's going to take a little, hopefully not too long, but it's going to take a little time. Um, my dad got scammed out of, was it 800, say almost $900. That's not much compared to some people's. And he wouldn't listen to my mom or I. And it was for a degree, a paper degree, because my dad knew a whole bunch of stuff. He would know. He knew electronics. I mean, like I said, he designed the first satellite systems and stuff that you got. Anybody who uses a satellite system, he designed them. He doesn't get credit for it, but I remember all the boards and stuff, and him working in his shop at home. But he wanted a degree to a piece of paper to show he knew I knew all this stuff. I wanted to have this degree. Well, he paid for one. Didn't like go through the classes because he didn't need to. He literally could have gone to our local college here, easily taken. I forgot what the test was called, but it literally bypasses all the classes. If you know the stuff, you can go in, take it, boom, you're done. That's it. But you had to do certain things to do it. I forgot what it was called. But he didn't do that. He didn't want to because his ego didn't let him. And so he did that, and he lost nine, like just under 900. Well, actually, I think it was more like 1,000. Um, because when he did, wait, is it the lighter ones or the dark ones? Shoot, let's read the lighter ones. My bad, talking away here, and I wasn't paying attention to the colors. Thank you. They have that fun little tool here. Um, yeah. So yeah, he paid for this piece of paper that meant diddly squat. Didn't even go to a legit college because I looked it up, and I'm like, Dad, that's not a legit place. Like, it's not legit. Like, you're gonna pay for a piece of paper, like almost 900 bucks for this piece of paper. He did. He's like, no, 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 it's credible, it's reputable. I'm like, did you check it out? Because I did, and it's not reputable. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, I was. My mom was angry with him. I was pissed with him because he didn't listen to anything we said. He knew all, and he would do this. And the reason why he didn't, or he fought me on it in a way, you do this. Hang on. The reason why he would fight me, he fought me on it, is because he already did it. Like it was done. So he pulled out the paper and showed me, and I'm like, I still remember it because it was the most disappointing thing again. It was like, he didn't listen. I just walked away. I didn't say anything. I'm like, your money, your choice, but you just blew over $1,000 or 900 and something dollars. And my mom just shook her head as I walked through. Just looked at her and I said, I can't right now. This is just, she goes, man, just go. It's okay. Don't worry about it. He only admitted that he made the mistake. I think this was years ago too. Um, when I remember we were going through and I found the paper. I go, what do you want to do with your paper degree? I wasn't nice about it. I was like, it was kind of a low blow for me to do that because I was just, when I saw it, I was just like, and he goes, yeah. Uh, he admitted it was literally, he got scammed. And he just balled it up and threw it out. Well, actually, I don't think he actually balled it up. If I remember right, he kind of just tossed it. I'm like, my mom wanted to keep it as a you screwed up reminder. Don't do that again. Because it cost literally the electric bill. Actually a couple of bills. Because even though they were helping us out at the time, because we were living in this tiny house that I'm in right now, at that time, they still we ended up having to help them out for that time. And it was kind of my dad didn't really know that. No, we just kept it hush that we were helping out instead because I was already cleaning up the property, helping with that. And I'm like, my wife was the one working, and I was like, since I'm stay at home, I will take care of all those. I saved them thousands of dollars doing a lot of work around here uh, because I was stay at home dad, so I had time to help out, take care of things, do this stuff, and trying to keep track of my dad. It's like babysitting a toddler. And that was my dad. So everybody else is they make legitimate mistakes and they really and I'm like I think it's sweet for some of the people who are older. I'm fitting in that bracket though, but I'm not losing too much of my sense at times. But I'm not gonna sit there. I'm very cautious. Even my wife's like, you're cautious about a lot of stuff, and I'm like, yeah, there's a reason why. Because I literally we can't afford to have a mistake right now. If we do, it's gonna be one of those, oh boy, here we go kind of moments, and we've already had a couple of those now. So because we're still dealing with so much crap around here. I just hate it when somebody's taken advantage of like that. Um, because I was asked to, was it? I was asked to help with handling. How do I put this? Not handling. I don't mind helping somebody, but when it includes firearms, I am very cautious on it, like beyond cautious. I'm very hesitant on anything that has to do with that situation because the oh man, that's pretty cool. So the front of this right here, what I just attached, flip it around. Angry dog or angry wolf. Nice puppy. Me, I'm gonna bite you. It's cute. So, I've got some more pieces here. I think this is supposed to be for joining it. So it goes up here. Oops. A little bit to attach. There we go. It sits right here. Oh, so we're done. Oh, it's for the tree. I'm dumb. In case the dumbs. Hey, which way am I putting it? No way. I flipped it the completely wrong way. So, do this, and then let's see any other pieces that need to be done. Oh, and this. No. Okay, got those. My son found in the Interman instructions there was like little mushrooms. They were actually in different spots every time. It was funny. They're like, no, he's actually serious. They are not right there. I have a concern though, is I have a couple extra pieces that I don't think I should have. I might be talking too much and I'm not paying attention to what I should be doing. See, I got this piece and wonder if I missed something. Let me see. Oh, what do you mean? Because I don't want to hurt someone else. Yeah. Well, this was a. I don't mind helping somebody, but I was being asked to, would you be able to store these for a little while? Not in a bad way. It's they have a storage unit. Both people are in wheelchairs, and I'm like, would you have firearms? I'm like, I don't know what full stage they are. They're, I guess, pretty bad shape. So here's the wolf stronghold. Which you think cute. So that's the back. You can see the little window and all this. Then I'll flip it back around, and like I showed there, yeah, you can put these guys in here. We'll stand them up. They were it's my wife's aunt actually was asking if there was a way, like, would I be able to, if I had another safe, and I'm like, I have a safe, and no, I'm not really comfortable handling somebody else's firearms. I go, the best option is to, oh, they were going to put their stuff in the storage unit. That's right. And I'm like, their best option is they can put them in the storage unit as long as they're unloaded. You have them cleared, make sure they're sealed up and put away, and just make sure you pay your bill to the storage unit. So like, look at, I again do not mind helping, but I gotta find the container I was using for extra pieces. I do not know where it went. I got these other containers here, but I gotta move these instructions. There's another mini figures for mother stuff. That's not mine. I'm gonna put these in here for now because I don't. They're all Lego anyway. But they were. She asked me if I could. I'm like, no, I've got too much as stuff as is right now to deal with. I don't want to have also to deal with the legal issue of. I'm storing them, but I do not actually want to touch somebody else's stuff because there's a lot of gray areas if something happens, and I do not want to be involved in that. I understand they might be in bad shape, but so let's pull out this one. I'm going to start on this set now too. So I'm going to close this. It'll be back open here in a second with new instructions. The armory. Let's close this up so you can see better. There we go. So the armory. Trust my friends to an extent. They send me a link or ask me something normal, and I'm going to. Oh, this is new paper. Instruction book. I'm going to put over here with the other one that I'm going to scan. Yeah, it's new paper one. This one only 2 boxes. Or bag, 2 boxes. Here's the paper. Wow. Yeah. That is a look. Just because I have there's space in here, I mean, really, I don't. But I'm willing to help out to a point, but that is taking a little too much responsibility for something. If I go, they could say something, whatever they have may be involved in something. I do not want to be involved in any of that, especially when it comes to firearms. Like Jesus, no, thanks, I'm good. So I refused it and was like, I'm like, no, as much as I would like to help somebody out, there's a lot of legal implications there. I know somebody will say, oh no, it'll be perfectly fine. I'm like, no, you don't understand. I do not feel comfortable with it. I want the faith on this figure. Just like, you know, someone I don't know for years. Yeah, it is good to be cautious because you say if you sent me something, I mean, I can look at it, but my computer has a lot of stuff set up now. Had for quite a while. Stuff set up to kind of protect me to a point so I don't get or have an issue with something. I mean, a long time ago, I was sent some stuff and I had to literally shut down the computer and go, nope, we're done here. And I'm like, you do realize what you were sending me, right? And it's like, no. They actually knew what they were sending me. They were being funny. Ha ha ha. I'm not laughing. So yeah, I understand the feeling. There's stuff that can still get by you though at times, and it's like, great. I gotta find the rest of this body and the shields. There's one. Right, so it flipped. Okay. At least I know what it looks like. That is. Sorry, I just smelled something burning. Caught me off guard. I'm like, It's a nice thing about the other house. It's very nice. We've been using it. Next year we're gonna have to get wood. We're burning through it semi-quick this time again. Last year we had snow apocalypse. Yeah, but they literally wanted me to. They were asking me to store the firearms for them, and I'm like, look, normally I would, but not now. I would be, but Most of the time, what it would be is I'd have stipulations. You sign uh, legal paperwork that shows that I am just storing these. They are being locked up in this particular cabinet or uh, safe, and that's it. Nobody gets to touch them until you come and retrieve them. You have a certain amount of time. I am not going to indefinitely keep shit for somebody unless I say, hey, it's going to be here otherwise. If I feel I have the space to keep that stuff for that long, I will not do it indefinite anymore because somebody else in my life who thought you were his personal storage unit, which really pissed me off. And now he is not my life, so I don't give a shit. Sorry, I mean to get cranky there for a moment. But yeah, they really wanted they were really nice about it. It's like, yeah, no problem. I'm like, just put it in the storage unit. You're fine. I'm not storing somebody else's stuff, especially firearm. Because even my wife's like, I don't know how comfortable I am with that. I go, no, it's already decided. Because usually I'm the one who handles most of it anyway. Um, we've gone over so much gun safety and everything else. We keep up on it and make sure everything's like safe. Unfortunately, some people don't seem to understand that. You know, running on the face of the meeting. Use those good back here. Through the anvil. Yeah, fishing links are fun. If it wasn't for the software running on the computer that's watching for stuff, um, really, it's nothing's really running on the computer that would, because I'm too cautious about it most of the time. I've had stuff come up and say, "Hey, there's a problem with it," especially when you don't know what it is and where it's coming from. Holy crap! I love it when somebody can't figure out their phone because they can't. Somebody thought it was funny to. It was a friend of ours. Her brother. We were at a game night, and somebody decided to take his phone and change the language on it. They thought it was funny. He was kind of pissed, and he goes, "I can't. How am I supposed to get?" He couldn't get it back to the original language because you couldn't read the menu. It was in not what it was actually set to. I think it was like Chinese or something. I remember I could see the symbol and characters, and I'm like, well, technically, I can figure it out pretty quickly if the phones at the time were able to read the symbols and stuff. You could have figured it out in a heartbeat. But he was like pissed about it. He's like, "Don't touch my phone again." He let me touch his phone. I go, "Here, let me take a look at it." He trusted me enough to let me look at it because he was about ready, just like, "I'm out." He was pissed because he was waiting for responses from somebody, and I was like, "Give me a moment." And I was using my phone, which isn't the same phone, but I was like, "I'll take a look at it. Give me a moment." So I was using my phone menus to look through his phone menus. As I was doing this, I'm sitting there. So this one should be this languages. Here we go. Within less than a minute, it was like 30 seconds to a minute. I was back in and I go, "Here you go, dude." He's like, "Thanks." Nobody touched my phone again. I was like, I just kind of giggled it a little bit, but I was like, "Understand?" He goes, "Within reason, like, thanks." And it's like, "Understand it." I'm like, it's kind of a dick move what they did to him because I was like, dude, it's funny to a point, people, but if you can't put his phone back the way it was, you're just pissing him off. And they were sitting there for a good 20 minutes trying to get this back. Nobody could figure it out. And I was like, oh boy, here we go. I'm like, I like her brother too. He's a really cool guy. So I was like, let me take a look at your phone, do all that, get the settings. and he didn't let that phone out of his hands all night long. After that, he kind of like they did apologize to him. It's like, sorry, we didn't mean to like cause you a problem like that. And it's like he's like, I normally would have laughed, but I'm waiting for an important call, and he it was a job, so and the person was going to call him that night and let him know, and he was it's like about 7 o'clock, and he's like freaking out, like I'm not going to be able to answer the damn phone, or he could answer the damn phone, but he goes, I can't understand anything on my phone. It was either a call or like a text. And he got a call. Luckily, it was a phone call he got. He immediately got up and left the room real quick to answer it. So he's like, nope, I got a job. I'll be starting next week. It's like, sweet, dude, nice. Um, so it was like really cool. I was like, dude, he's like, thanks for unlocking my phone. It's like getting it straightened out because he goes, if I had to try and answer a text, he was worried that the text was going to be in another language too. I was like, God, I hope not, but could be a possibility. But yeah, he did really good with it. I was like, after that, it was okay. Let me look at something. Oh, I have to make two of these. Okay, that's why I'm like, I had to make sure. So I should have built these side by side when I was doing this. I didn't see that. It's chatting away. Let me do this again. Yeah, you gotta be able to trust somebody with your stuff. I'm like, look, and I can have my fun, but I ain't gonna make it to the point where it's. I don't want to screw you up enough that you're gonna be pissed with me. It's like, no, no, no. I'll put it back. I'll put it back to you. Sorry, sorry. I mean, I make my mistakes because sometimes my mind is thinking, oh, I'm doing the right thing here, making sure everything's right. I'm not realizing I'm screwing it up. Thought my family on my mom's side would have understood that, and they didn't understand that. Because I'm like, look, it just because I'm older doesn't mean I can still screw up something. I was trying to keep them out of the line of fire kind of thing. And you, yeah, lots of family history there. But yeah, still sucks. I'm trying to scam someone. Like, dicks. Sometimes wondering about those videos that where the guy, it's like the scammer scams or the scammer gets scammed, that kind of thing. What is this? Because I can't see in my screen for some reason. Oh, there we go. I can see that screen, this screen. Put stuff over the other one. The next one. I always wonder how legit are those because man, go after them. And if I'm like, if they're full on legit about it, I'm like, yeah, get them. Because I'm like, come on, you think this is good? I mean, you outsource to other countries or call centers because you can pay them cheaper last night. And it's like, look, I understand the company wants to save a buck, but you kind of screwing everyone then. Oh, I need to do too much work. Just hey, it doesn't affect the company, so they don't care, right? Oh, come on. Here we go. Hey, okay, so now we got two of these. There we go. Oops. Where did this go? I built this. Get that off the screen. I didn't realize it was me. I'm assuming this piece. Love those kind of videos as well as the porch fire. Hope those are real, because literally it's not hurting them really. They're just getting marked big time, and it's like you're admitting you fucking stole somebody's package. Around here, we got cameras. Everybody's like got cameras around now, and they're live, and we can contact our neighbor. So if I'm at work, I can literally call my neighbor and go, "Hey, somebody's trying to steal my package," or "Hey, do you see something going on too, guys?" It's like, "Yeah, we've been watching them." Okay, keep me updated if you need anything. You know where my stuff's at in the property. And it's like, "Yeah, we're watching." And a lot of times they'll call back, "Yeah, we went out and talked to them. They're just lost." Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're like, mm-hmm. We're all doing that. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, they're lost. Like, now I got a picture of their car license plate in their face. we're like, neighborhood watch. We ain't no neighborhood watch. We're like, we're FBI, man. We got eyes everywhere. It's hilarious when we are with each other around here. We're like, hey, everything okay over there? Yeah, just idiots. I don't remember how this was. It was getting dusk. And this was a while ago. And, now our neighbors, we live along the highway, so it's like, yeah. Actually, we live a little bit back at the time, but it is. We see a lady, using this word very loosely anyway. Lady still here? Okay, now it says that I'm reconnected. Okay, I think I'm reconnected for the moment. I can see Discord too. Yep. Okay, so I did reconnect it. All right, that was weird. I might disconnect again then, is the way it must be my connection. See that or my connection to Twitch, because nothing else disconnected on my side. I love it. I can see on my screen your message over here, but on my chat thing, it doesn't show it. it it's literally crazy, but it doesn't show now. Okay, now it showed crazy on the actual web page for Twitch, but it did not show it. It only shows it. It's on the screen right here. That's freaking okay. It's trying to connect to chat now on this side. That's freaking hilarious. But it did, I could read your neighborhood watch thing, but it does not show up on any other chat. That was funny. It showed up on my thing on the screen. That was hilarious. Because I was like, that's wild. If we ever had that porch pirate thing out here, I can guarantee you we probably all do something just as crazy. Not crazy. I would say it's retaliation. Go ahead, touch it. Dare you. Yeah, because there was a time when both my parents were still around. Guy came up, long leather coat on, leather kind of cowboy hatish thing going on, and he goes, "Oh, I was trying to find whose dog. I found this dog," and it's like, "Oh well, let me go take a look at it. I probably know whose it is." And he's like, "Oh no, it's okay." And I'm like, we're all like, "Mm-hmm. What are you trying to get at, bud?" Like, if it's a particular type of dog, it probably belongs to so and so down, because he described it, but he really didn't want to see in it. Like, yeah. Go ahead and make content. Yeah, I would too. I'd freaking post it. I'd be like, yeah, look at this dumbass. It's like you're on my property, you're on my porch, and you're trying to steal a package. Good luck. Because I know that even a lot of the police around here are like, you have a right to defend your property. Yeah. If you come on and try and do something stupid, good luck to you, bud. Although I don't know about the new sheriff, so. Yeah. Are these orange, right? So are these just loosely in there, or are they? I'm gonna show them together, so I'm gonna. I guess it's supposed to be like lava. Maybe some lava cauldron thing. So I'm gonna set that over here. Get the chest. I like these chests though. Yeah, if they did that, yeah, I'd be like, you're gonna get your ass handed to you, buds. Oh, so this is supposed to be an ingot. Whoops. So X, right sword. I'm assuming a netherite ingot. I think I found one netherite ingot. Let me rephrase that. So I have found some stuff in the game. Um, Actually, I don't know if I found it or if something dropped it. I can't remember. It's kind of confusing. Oh, and that's cool. So here's one side of the furnace. And then I'm gonna find another. The other one. Right here in front of me, I bet. Right there. Arrow. The other side, it's so you can flip it so it looks like it's burning or working to smelt or cook. That's actually food. Yeah, but we've had this is before we had cameras and stuff. This time you couldn't afford them. And I was just like, I took pictures of the vehicle at the time with the camera we had. I went and grabbed it. I was like, and I'm like, we didn't see him ever again. But I'm like, you don't park and just start walking around with somebody saying it's somebody's dog and you're not letting us see the dog. And it's like, mm-hmm. This is before we knew all the neighbors and we got new neighbors who moved in and it's like, we're cool with them because we watch out for each other. And I'm like, yeah, anytime they have like a package misdelivered to us, I go, if you guys ever needed to, you can always have it delivered to our address. We will hold on to it for you until you get back so nobody messes with your stuff. And they're like really appreciative of that. It's like, yeah. I go, they do have like a mailbox thing to collect packages, but I was like, hey, if you ever need to, we're here because we did have some of the packages. I just text him. I'm like, hey, dude, got another one of your packages. You know where it's at. I would literally leave it back into my truck when I have the truck. I go, it's in the bed of the truck. Just go in, grab it. If the dogs are barking at you, just ignore them. I know who's there because I could see him at the time because we did have cameras after a point, and that was recently. Uh, we had things set up. Yeah, nobody gonna be messing around. Still gotta get one pointed toward our mailboxes out there though. Because we're all still watching it. We do have some kind of coverage to watch stuff, but we're like, you need a little more. Because we're getting tired of people messing around. At times, we still have some issues. Um, we did have a graffiti artist who came out of school, but they tagged their own house and they tagged their neighbor's house, which actually happened to get lived down not too far away. And I can tell you that neighbor came out and probably threatened them with lawsuits and stuff or whatever. I don't know what he did. Ooh, pretty purple. Um, because he wanted to come out and look at the graffiti on the playground equipment. Oh man, uh, I didn't expect him to come out and actually clean it all up for me. I was like, great, now I gotta go out and clean this shit up. I was pissed. So I'm like, that's gonna take me some time because I don't have all the cleaning materials on hand right away. I'm like, shit, when I only have so much time out of the day, so it's like, oh man, it's gonna take a long time. So this guy came out, he looked at it, and he happened to be a friend of one of our paras, teacher assistant. And he goes, oh yeah, he said it's the exact same stuff. And I didn't realize he had cleaned it off that time either. And I went out and I'm like, it's all gone. I had some cleaning stuff. And I go, great, here we go. And he did a great job of it. I never got a chance to thank the gentleman who did that. And I was like, if you talk to him, please tell him thank you for cleaning it up. He didn't have to, but I appreciate what he did. And I was like, I wanted to buy him like a coffee or whatever. Like, dude, thank you for helping me out with that. I appreciate what you did. Um, come to find out, the kids, not kids who did this got beat shit by somebody, I guess, because I haven't heard or seen any more graffiti since. Because hey, your calling card dipshit, it leads right back to you, little morons. And so he got in big trouble. The kids got in big trouble, I guess. Uh, Probably because they were threatened with, "You're gonna pay for this now." Yeah, it was freaking hilarious. Because I was like, "Oh, that's the last I heard." The the dad was getting threatened with, "If you do not get them under control and get them to understand that now you're paying for it, congratulations, you guys just screwed up big time." And haven't heard nothing since. So it's been quiet. There's some little extra pieces left. Still concerned with the other pieces I have here. Which I haven't been taking into these extra pieces. I'm gonna have to upgrade to a bigger one. Because I have another one over at the other house too. I was joking with my wife. I pulled out the Lego set. It's the that's is it Starry Night? It's Van Gogh's Starry Night Lego set. 2,313 pieces. Yeah, I could do that. Sitting right. It's like, yeah, no, it's not gonna happen. Take these armor stand. Put one on this. You know what? We're gonna do this. I'm gonna flip these around. I'm gonna put one on that side and one on this side. So another portal here. And then you got all these other things. Wait. Oh shit. There was a ow! That actually hurt. I didn't have another one of those. I guess it's the one from in here. No, this one should go on here. Looks like another unit sitting on there. No, okay. Let me move these out of the way so I didn't see this goes over here. Split it again. Yeah. And then it's showing it sits back there. I guess I mean you can put it wherever you want. Okay, so I'll put the other armor there. And then it shows I'm gonna put the front. I like that out front. Here and then cauldron. Connect it there. It looks better. Da, 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 da. Well, that was something in Minecraft that I have never experienced, and something now I've experienced not once but twice. Is the I come out in a thunderstorm, Darn. Ain't dog. And there is a skeleton or a horse, skelly horse, sitting out there. I'm like, what the heck? I have not seen one ever. Like I had to spawn it kind of thing. That's about it. Never seen one naturally spawn. Not thinking about this in a friggin' thunderstorm. Lightning, everything. I get closer. Bam! Scared the crap out of me. 4 horses, 4 skeleton archers. And I'm like, shit. 3. Not 1 or 2 times this happened now. And I'm like, am I in a spot where this is going to commonly happen? So I took him out because I have a gun mod in. And thankfully it's not OP as crap. Some of the ones I found are, hey, it's one shot. Like, I'm like, no, I don't want one shot. Not unless I get the 50 cal. Which I don't have because I'm like, cost too much. But here's the Lego stuff. Ooh, look at that. I think we got my son uh the fly thing there. God bless it, I can't think of the name of it. I think I got him the turtle one too. I'm trying to think. Who got him the turtle one? I can't remember. But yeah, here's all the pieces and everything. Feedback. Product feedback. So that's all Minecraft. So there is one other set I can build. It's just a Star Wars one that. Oh, yeah, that was right here. Uh-oh. I think it walked off. No. Oh, it did walk off. Wow, right into a trash bag. That's great. Ha ha ha. So this one's a Star Wars one that my wife got me. This is mech seat one. Uh, open it up. Eat. I didn't get the instructions for this one. Oh, wow. Solid dude. Nothing else in the box. Let me close that real quick. And I will find the instructions real fast. Oops. I can type. Not right now. View instructions. I want instructions. And then I edit the file name real quick. This is a, what is this again? I gotta look at my box. Let me say on the name. Oh. Luke Skywalker. And whoops. That's an X-ray there. Let me see. Here I go. All right. Now that I got that saved, I can close this up. And then I go into the file here. I'm going to pull it up so we can see it on screen together. Yay! Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing. Give it a second. Oop, there it goes. Yeah. I got this. Well, what did I just do with my tray? There we go. So here's. Oh. Yeah, I didn't get to do these yet. Oops. Yeah, we've had few interesting things. I don't like people scamming others. It's like, really? Dicks. That's a what's that? Beekeeper? Beehive? I think it's Beekeeper with Jason Statham. Really, it was not that good. but I mean, I kind of appreciated what he did to them. I mean, look, again, I'm not one to get that violent, but mm, in this case, let me get to it. I just it sucked what happened to. I don't know if you've seen it or not. Maybe I shouldn't talk about it because it's spoilers. It wasn't like a really good movie. It was an movie, like because the way the plot and everything was laid out, and then you got the daughter who's a freaking drunk in it, or just a bitch at times until she kind of got her head out of her ass. Really, she didn't to me, but it, I understand what he was going and what happened and what he was doing because I'm like, dude, cared about lady because she showed him like he did his thing. He didn't cause problems. He lived and did his thing and took care of things for her when she needed. And it was like cool. And it's like, yeah. So I don't know. Have you seen that, Mercer? I think it's called Beekeeper. Actually, you know what? Watch it. Pull up. What's the crap? No, there it is. I bet there's going to be. Yeah, okay. It's called Beekeeper. It's supposedly going to be Beekeeper 2. Um, One man's brutal campaign for vengeance takes on national stakes after he is to be a former operative of a powerful clandestine organization known as the Beekeepers. I kind of hated the way. Yeah, it was. It's it's not a bad movie, but it's not a great movie either. So, like, I mean, if you, I won't talk about it if you don't want to, don't want me to spoil anything. But like, it's one of those you can put on and have and kind of watch and listen to and kind of keep up with it pretty easily. So, like, oh shit, oh what a catch! Caught it on my feet. Like, I mean, it's kind of a funny organization. I'm like, I understand what you're going for, but hmm. Oh, so we're making a cockpit. Yo. Okay, so you don't care about this one. That makes it easier. Really, I mean, I wouldn't be spoiling it much because it's just what I just read for the thing off of IMDb. It's literally the lady that's letting him live on the property. She's letting him live in the shop kind of store. It, it's the barn. Let's call it that. But it doesn't look like a regular old barn. It's a shop, everything else. It's got everything in there. Really kind of cool. Well, it has to do with scammers. And she gets a call because her computer, you were talking about those links, those questionable, you know how they come up? You have a virus. I feel bad for the lady for this. Um, she calls the number that's on the screen, and I'm like, this kind of hits the point of people getting taken advantage of. They're given access, gives them access to everything. And I'm like, oh, no, 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 no. This is bad. This is bad. Don't do that. She's not. so to speak, tech savvy, so not understanding this is a scam. And I'm like, if she had gone and got him, he would have thought it's a scam, right off the bat. But they didn't really interact that much. He would give her honey, so he literally was a beekeeper too. So he had apiaries set up, and they were. I was like, I actually wouldn't mind doing that, kind of as a if I'm like retired and not really seeing that snow. I might do something like that. Uh, but I'm not retired, and also apiaries do take some time, but patience, and you can actually do a lot. Also, my wife and son are kind of terrified of bees, things that sting. Me, I don't care. I had to go back and check. No, I've been stung before. Been seeing what happened to a wasp nest. Yeah, that was funny. On our pump house, it's a big door, so I swung it open, and my hand was right at the thing. Stung me right here, and I was like, I see it and I went like this, and I'm like, or no, it flew up and landed where the nest was. This tiny little thing, and I didn't get like back away. I went, you motherfucker, wham, with my hand, killed them all in one hit. And my wife looked at me. She was like 10 feet away and she backed up, thinking, oh shit, they're agitated. Not anymore. We're all dead. She goes, did you just hit them with your bare hand? I go, yeah, I'm pissed. It stung me. Because it was right on kind of like that, like maybe 5 6 inches over from the door opening. I was pissed. She goes, did you get them all? Look down. If there's another one, it's dead too. I was mad. I was like, I was angry. And yes, I did snort. I was like, I was like, great. Now that's going to be irritated for the rest of the day. She just kind of looked at me like I was nuts. And I'm like, no, I'm pissed. There's a difference. So yeah, I can get pretty grouchy and just smash something in my hand, not even phase me. I'm like, whatever. So bees don't bother me. I know when to back away from it though, because I have come across that at work. We have ground hornets, the ones that have a hole in the ground. I have encountered two huge nests. The first one was bigger. I'm surprised more kids didn't get stung at the time. But I went out there with 3 buckets of Dawn dish soap, and I'm talking a 5 gallon bucket. I had to go back and get more. So I had 4 buckets, but I only needed 3. The first nest, this was a couple of years ago. The hole, I can't do it on camera cam. I gotta back it up so you can actually see this. The hole, so this tray is pretty big. The hole was about as big as that, what it shows here. It was huge. It wasn't a hole though. The hole was actually only this big. The indent, after I got it, sank down a couple inches, like maybe an inch and a half, maybe 2 inches. It literally sank down, but that one took about, that one did take 4 buckets. I forgot about that one. The second one, which was this past year, I'm cutting the playground down. This is before school started. I ran over a hole. It was actually a little bigger. I turned around, I was coming back, and I stopped. I am about 15 feet away from this. I see all these doing this swirling around. I'm like, they're good 10 feet out. Hornets. Just, and I could hear them when I shut the mower off for a brief moment. And I went, ooh, boy. So I did a nice wide 10-foot arc, kept my distance because the blower was actually pushing them away. And I kept my distance, let them calm down, and I continued to cut, finished cutting, which I didn't have that much. I knew where they were at, so I went up, got my side-by-side, buckets. I got 4 buckets. This nest wasn't as big, but it kept taking the Dawn dish soap. So if you needed to kill wasps without having to go buy some special Dawn dish soap or a good strong dish soap. Dawn dish soap, fill up in a spray bottle. Just get a spray bottle, regular spray bottle, fill it up, put like a spoonful of it in there, which squirt some in, fill up the rest with like hot water or water, doesn't matter. Shake it around, make sure it's stirred, you know. You spray it up there. As soon as it hits them, you just back away. And as they hit the ground, you can hit them again. But I can guarantee you, once they're covered in that crap, it'll kill them. And I'm like, you probably heard it from somebody else, but yeah, it does work. And I thing was is I am standing over the hole with a 5-gallon bucket. Now I'm like almost directly over. I did this with both nests. The principal's like, just don't get stung. And I'm like, I'm standing out there with a bucket, dumping it right over the hole. And I explained this to him. And I'm like, oh no, I was out there just dumping it right in. And she's looking at me wide-eyed like, you didn't get stung? I go, because I'm not jerking around, not making any sudden movements. Stay calm. I was like, even if I did get stung, I'm not going to panic because I'm like, I'm not allergic. So I'm okay. I'm tolerant of a lot of stuff. Okay, so that one on this side. Sorry, I had to stop and look. I'm like, wait a minute. So yeah, these when we've had wasps in the ground though, those were our 2 biggest nests. One was during school, which was the first one, was right kind of off of our basketball hoops, right off to the edge. And I was like, oh shit, okay, I better get out there and I'm gonna take care of this. I don't need kids getting stung, which others, there's a path that they can walk, which you can keep really easy visible sight of them through like a wooded area. Not heavily wooded, it's just woods in there. And kids have gotten stung up in there, which would suck. I'm like, okay, great. Now I gotta go. Do they know exactly or about where they got stung at? And they would explain where they said, and I'm like, okay, that's so I followed the path carefully, moving around, looking. I'm like, I had to take a lot of time at that time to do it. And now it's like, good luck. So when I find them, I do the same thing. Dump a bucket of Dawn dish soap down. I'd also have a sprayer with Dawn dish soap in it now because it's easier to combat the little ones that are the drones that are flying around pretty much. And it's just like spray. Gotcha. You thought you could get away. Sucker. It wasn't too bad though. For most of these nests that I end up getting, I was like the worst thing I hate, other than getting stung, but I have not gotten stung at work. I really don't want to fill out that paperwork. What could you do to better keep yourself safe? It's wasp. What do you want me to do? I don't have a suit. And I don't get the luxury of calling a exterminator because school district handles most of their own stuff. And I'm like, if it were bad enough, I would call the boss and go, look, I ain't getting anywhere near that. It's bad. If we do have bees, though, bees are different to hornets. If it's a honeybee, I can approach that too without any trouble most of the time and check it out. I can literally get up there like with the wasps are a little more. Bees I can handle too. But we have a beekeeper we can call. Not the Jason Statham kind, sorry. And we can call them out if we ever find one because bees are beneficial. They help with plants, growth, everything. So I'm like, no, I don't want to kill that. I'm like, And it's like, kids do not mess with if it's a honeybee, leave it alone. I got somebody. I'll call them. They'll come and get them. They actually will come and get them and retrieve them. And I'm like, that's pretty cool because I really do not want to have beehives being messed with and destroyed because somebody thinks, oh, we need to get rid of them. Well, not honeybees. Leave the honeybees alone. Those are good guys. Those are they're doing their jobs. Like our apple tree outside, it will hum at certain times. I go out there and I love standing there watching them, and because you feel it like the sound feeling. It's so cool, and I mean that's only if you're not nervous with them. And I'm like, don't push yourself to do it. You can stand at a distance, you hear them. I walk up under the tree and hear that humming sound. It's like wow. Because most of the time they're just doing their thing, they're getting stuff. Sometimes we occasionally get the big old fat bumblebee coming in. Coming in, looking out. C-130 of bees coming through. Look out. I'm under for landing. Let's see here. This one. But yeah, these haven't had to call for honeybees though yet, which knock on wood, I don't mind doing that, but at the same time, I don't know if that person actually it's been a long time since we've actually had to get a call. I guess a couple of the other schools had to have bees removed. And I'm like, well, I guess I can see that. Yeah, well, there I go, the other foot. The other foot, yeah. So 2 feet. And then yeah, should be able to attach him. Oops. Throw his leg around. Oops. Come on, stand up. There we go. Back 3. But yeah, Texas is a wasp I will not fuck with. That is that red wasp. Uh-uh. When I was down there and I'm like, I see this big old red thing, and I'm underneath the truck on my back, getting striped up like that. Will not want to ever do it again, and I won't. I see not more than a few feet from me, and I mean, I'm underneath. My head is here. Here's the other side of the frame of the truck. This small truck, and it's sitting there crawling along, and I'm like, "You stay over there. I stay over here. We're good. No problem." But it climbed into the frame of the truck, and that made me worried. I was like, please tell me we're not taking these with us. This would be really bad. Fucking really bad. I do not want these here. But I didn't see any others coming and going, so I'm assuming it wasn't. So that was a big wasp. And I'm like, that is not something I want you tangling with. Look, and I can handle most, but not the other. Let's see, put that on there. There we go. Let me do this. What the fuck? Ah, where is this? Oh, okay, so something else I can add to the. Mm-hmm. How do I do that again? Damn it. Oh, shit. I moved it. Bugger off. I don't advertise for bullshit. You don't pay me. Twitch pays me for theirs. I know. Unless it's through Twitch, fuck off. Or unless you're one of my like a sponsor or something, shit, then yeah, but I'd have to approve that first before I even think about it. Sorry about that. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Most of the time with the bugs, I've considered getting an apiary started up though at some point. Yeah. The only problem is I'm the only one who will be able to handle it and deal with it because the other two, they wouldn't handle it very well. My wife's kind of terrified of them to a point. My son is just very uncomfortable with them, like bugs in general, so he doesn't like them anyway. And I'm like, I mean, I can't expect everybody to be okay with stuff like that. So I'm like, look, if I did, it would be me dealing with it. Problem there and is though, if anything comes up to where I can't take care of them at that time, I need somebody to try and go check on them, make sure they're okay, do certain stuff. Most of the time, they're pretty good. They don't, you know, have to do anything. But yeah, it would be mean mostly. Oh, okay. So we got two wings. Wait, which way am I putting this on? This one? That up, and then the other one is opposite. There we go. Oops. Something makes it look like an X-wing. I'll put it on this camera so you can see. Now we're doing two more, the opposite sides. I do find that seeing how bees operate and what they do. Because I remember I was still in elementary school, but they brought in this display. Well, it wasn't just a display; it was a living hive. This thing was massive. Like it had to have been at the time. I was a little kid, so it had to have been probably 6 feet high, maybe a little shorter. Because I was a kid, so everything looked bigger then anyway. So hey, it's really tall. Um, they brought it in, and we got to walk up and see it. And the one guy is like, um, "What did he say?" It was like, "Can you find the queen?" Well, this thing's double sided, so this is like glass, not light, like light weight thing. So this thing's glass, and you can see on both sides. So we're looking, and a couple of us, we're all together, a couple, and we were looking, and it's like, wait, is that? And it disappeared into the group, so we couldn't see it anymore. Well, it double sided, so there's an opening, there's openings throughout this whole honeycomb of system that's there. And oops, did I just put this on backwards? Or how the hell did I do that? I flipped this. I don't know how I did that. I wasn't looking what I was doing, I guess. So you just do flip that around that way and turn this around. There we go. Ta-da! Fixed it. How the hell I did that? Coughing away, that's why. I'm gonna shut up. But no, yeah, I'm not gonna shut up. So it's my turn. Shut up. You shut up. Don't shut up. You shut up. But yeah, the it was really cool because you could see the hive operating. You see all the workers and everything, the drones, they're moving around, and this is a display type thing. They go, yeah, they could only keep them there for so long because they did need to get them back out. But technically, it was I remember right because it was getting wet out, which was our indication of uh, winter was coming on, and we lived in Iowa at the time. When winter came on, holy crap! As in, holy crap! A ton of snow. So in the we getting done? Oh, it's not a bag full now. Okay. So, but to watch this thing, well, it's very impressive, and to me, it's still fascinating to a point. Plus, I was like, "Hey, we get money out of it. Cool, yay!" Oops. I don't know if there's anything else for him to wear. It looks like his body a little percent. I think that's it. Just him. Uh, oh, what was I saying? Oh, my brain just checked. I want his visor down. His head, his visor up or down and up. So I want it down. There we go. Yeah, actually looks pretty cool. The that hive, like I said, it was really cool to see. Uh, the queen actually had migrated around through, so it through to the other side. Just at that moment, you hear this one girl. He goes, "Oh, here it is." It's like you found it right away, and it's like, "Oh, that's right about where we were seeing it," but it she popped through the other side. Good job, you found it. It's like, oh, full on you. We all got to see the queen briefly, and we had to head back to what was I don't know what this very open classrooms. Weird. Um, so our classrooms were pretty open. Like we would rows, we'd be in a section, but you could literally turn your head and see straight over into the other classroom area. You couldn't hear it really well because of the distance. Like it was divided pretty well, but you could see straight over and see the other class. And I'm like, what the hell? I was not used to that. I was used to walls, doors, and stuff. We did not have a door. It was really weird. There we go. I'm assuming we're putting together an arm. Let me see. I think that's right. Oh crap. Hey. There we are. And then the other one goes the other way. Okay. Kind of making what's probably like a thumb, sort of. Mm, yeah. And then assuming we're making a laser sword. Laser sword. Lasers. Yeah, but I do find bees somewhat fascinating to a point because the way they are and what they do, and it's like they do provide a lot of pollination and do a lot of stuff. I know they wasps though they're assholes. One thing that a lot of us have been concerned with is the nasty ass wasps that have been talked about, and it's like, yeah, that's something even I would be cautious of because God, what was it? I was even young. No, we moved from Missouri to Iowa, Iowa to Pennsylvania. So it was in Pennsylvania. So I was a little bit older. And this, I was walking to school. So I could walk to school. Literally, I could say, yes, I walked to school uphill. And yes, in the snow, which sucked. Um, my mom and dad worked. So I would get up, go to school, come home, and I'd literally walk by this one spot. Well, that one spot, it was I'd start walking up the hill and I'd start getting up to a point, and I suddenly could hear the like very low vibrating sound. Now at that time, my brain's going, eh? So I can't see this. So there's brush and trees, not big trees, just a lot. So I'm walking along. So I'm on the shoulder of a road. Yeah, it's safe. See, we were strong kids. Yeah, you don't worry about it. Just keep walking. Jump the rail if you think you're gonna get hit. There you go. I got up to a certain point though, and I was within like 5 feet of this thing, not realizing, oh shit. Not at that time, kid, don't know any better about it. Going, uh-oh, I need to get away from this. There was no beehive. It was bees. Honeybees. I can tell you that because they weren't coming after me. They weren't doing anything. It was a lot because I knew it was honeybees. Wasps do not gather in a teardrop hanging off of a. I swear this branch was probably only about the size of my finger here, maybe a little smaller. So it's hanging down like a drop. This massive thing of bees just out in the open. They were like that for a few days. I could not walk on that side. I didn't feel safe because if I had to get within less than 5 feet, because they were real close to the side of the road right there, and I was like, I don't want to walk out in the road. So every day I would cross and walk, give it a wide berth. I didn't want to mess with them. That time I was a kid, I didn't know what that would happen. And so I kept my distance, and boy, howdy, I tell you. But within like I think it was 2 or 3 days, I walked up thinking, I don't hear the hum, quiet. And then I realize I look, branch is broken. There's no hive. I kind of lean over because there was like a guardrail right there. I lean over carefully looking, and I'm like, you could see what looked like something hit hard and crushed down all the grass and brush that were there. And I'm like, okay, so it's gone. Then a few months later, it was a dead possum just on the side of the road. I am like, oh, guys, things so bad. Kept walking on the other side of the road because oh, God. I'm like, the bees, though, I thought were really cool because I was like, oh, man, that's pretty cool. But I didn't want to, like I said, screw with them. I didn't want to mess with that. I'm like, nope, leave me out of it. Oh, I put this on upside down, dummy. There, it's supposed to be that way. There's that on. There we go. Oh yes, here's Luke Skywalker lightsaber. Oh, so he has his own lightsaber. He's got his own laser sword. Oh my god, he does have a little. Oh, he's got. So it wants me to store one blaster here. There we go. Okay. So one blaster's on the hip of it right here. The other clip, I'm assuming, is probably for the lightsaber. To I'm gonna put it like this. If I put it downward, it's gonna hit his leg, the next leg. See, it sits there. So I've got an extra. Pew, pew. So you can literally like, oh, oh, okay. I guess you can put it on the back. Oopsie. Thought it was gonna be for the other one. I got the Thanos one too. You mech. So technically, could did I knock off his pistol? I did. Right. Let me try that again. It's back on. All right. Yeah. So I don't, like I said, I don't really have an averse to getting stung too much. Just depends on the bug. Wasp, you're just gonna piss me off. Red wasp, nope. I don't want to screw with that. I know what that pain's gonna be because read the stuff on that, and I was like, no, thank you. Okay, so it does go in this hand. There we go. And then what are we doing here? Oh, it's a blaster? Yeah, it is. Oh, crap. It's a small one. Perfect. Goes here. Be careful, you might shoot your eye out. Okay. Starts to look like a blaster now. Oh, jeez. Hmm. Oh. Oh. You know, I feel muted. Oh, oh, come on. There. Oops. Too fast. Oh, come on. Being jammed. Okay. I just knocked out both fingers, too. Come on. Uh, Stand up. There we go. All right. Yeah, we could pop in a little disc to shoot. Let me put it in there. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm not gonna actually leave it in there. But I will take them and oops, shit. Oopsie. I knocked this gun off again. Yeah, knocked the bigger gun off. Never mind. Can rotate that gun a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is actually put these red, couple of red over these red, couple of these red pieces. I'm gonna just attach them to few spots on him so they're on him. It made him drunk. It's all that blue milk. You can shoot it. Yeah, and then the other sets. I've seen this set. What's the interesting? I'm like, some Star Wars sets I will get, but not all of them. So let me grab parts container. Actually, I have two of these, so put it in this one. Filling up the other one pretty quickly. Some of these are also miscellaneous pieces from other sets. Like I said, I'm gonna have to get the bigger container for spare part. But yeah, there they are. That's how I was doing today. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, I didn't mean to yawn. So what I'm gonna do is download this. Track it down here. Then I'm gonna have to piece them together like the other one. And then I'll upload them eventually. So But if anybody does catch these, you can find the links down below to the YouTube channel side of things. Thanks much for hanging out with me for a bit. I don't know if anybody else is there, so I think it's just you. So Mercer's the #1 streamer or following streamer in here. No, but I appreciate hanging out with me, dude. Tomorrow I won't be able to get on at all. I'm just gonna try. This is the most I do tonight. I'm getting tired out. It's making me tired anyway. But yeah, links are down below if anybody catches these. Or so you are awesome, but don't ever think you're not. Oh man. But no, again, like I said, links are down below. There is a Patreon, but you don't have to donate. I'm not requiring it. It's like it's not a requirement. It does give you access to the Discord so you can harass these guys. Trying to think what I was saying. My brain is starting to tire out now. So, oh yeah. You can find other streamers in there or other people in there. You can follow them and keep up with them. I usually do have a little icon bouncing around. I switched it up a while ago, but there is a Hex who does commissions for certain work. If you want to hit her up at any time, you can check her out. Part of Sort of Bar podcast. They do Transformers talks and stuff like that. You can always check them out. The link's in there for their stuff too. Really cool group. They do charity streams every once in a while to promote and get some money donations for with certain organizations to help out with research and that. Sorry, I don't sound. I'm starting to tire out now. I'm awake. Hear me boring stories. Like this other one. Speaking of, I have to get back into the server and work on decorating the other stations. Finish architecturally designing them. But again, thanks Mercer for hanging out with me. I know it wasn't a voice chat. I just didn't bother with it. You don't see my icon up there. That's why I don't have it really up there. I think that's it. But since I'm ending here, as I always say, wherever you're at in the world, have a good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Be safe out there. This world is getting dangerous at times too. Being crazy still. It hasn't stopped being crazy. I gotta hit you guys up for some games too later at some point. I need to take a break from trying to sell stuff. But have a good night, everyone. I'll talk with you later, Mercer. And Baja, when I get to a chance to, I'm gonna have to catch up with you guys. I need to fill you in some stuff. But bye, everyone. Oh, I gotta click this, don't I? Yeah. Bye.